Okay, I'm back, guys. Now, downloaded the file. That's the USA.org file. It has to be precisely named to match the directory. Okie dokie. Desktop, Civil War 2, CW2, saves, Battle vs. Buckeye. Okay. I'm gonna paste in Battle vs. Buckeye, that little slash above the tab key when you press shift and hold it, USA.org. You can rename that if you have to, but it's usually not advisable. You have to go through that process. Okay, now I'm back to the game. Okay, just to remind people, because they might have missed this before, I can always come back to the game. Options. Everything's set right, so I don't have to reload it. And before, when I had showed you how to change the names, I hadn't had the ability to show you these little three menus up here. So, like Battle vs. Buckeye, I would come up to this little save game manipulations, like a little microchip. Click on that once. One would erase it. We don't want to do that. That would restore the previous turn if you had an error, and it would retain your moves. Okay? And the third one would rename the game selection right there. That's the best place if you're going to do any of the manipulations to the game instead of having to do it otherwise, because I've had problems with that where you lose a turn and whatnot, and the player and I had to discuss what and go through it. So you see this little thing right here, this little red and blue shows Union and Confederate moves. Mine shows I've made my Confederate moves. So I just hit Jeff Davis and hit play. It's turn one. I'm back in that military mode. Now before, when I mentioned the shipping lanes, some people will use these to exploit, and you have to kind of agree not to use them. That's the one I meant. And you can't, exploit them just by anything. You have to specifically, purposely go at it a certain way, which I won't mention. Nobody needs to really know about that unless they're, you know what I mean. Let me just check my decisions, make sure anything I haven't skipped past. Uh, let's declare a cotton embargo. 150 grand, minus 3 morale. I'll regain that pretty quick. Maybe I'll get a couple brigs out of the deal and put a little pressure on my opponent to have to fight me a little bit harder. I'm not sure if that's a great decision. A lot of people might disagree with that, but regardless. Now, when I'm always, as the Southern Confederate player, after I receive my opponent's moves, unzip his .org file, as I showed you, right? Buckeye versus Battle 2 org file. That's the order file for the USA. Okay, and I've made my orders. I'm always going to be the guy that comes up to this arrow and proceeds and runs the turn first. So I've got all my moves programmed in here. Just make sure I haven't made any mistakes, forgotten anything. Make sure I've been a plenty naughty boy with my moves, whatever. Got a couple cards I've played. Okay, now since we're there, I suppose we can't go far wrong. So long as I didn't send my entire army off into the oceans to be sunk by the Union Navy. Okay, folks, here we go. Proceed to next turn. Oh, wait a minute. I dropped a couple cards down here I didn't get. And that's weird. I'm losing my cards. Okay. I'm losing my demonstration cards. Let's make this guy have to garrison these out there cities or fight for him. Don't want to make life easy for him. Where else can I drop a card? Somewhere irritating. Looks like a good place to drop a card for some reason. Yeah, I like that. Just makes me feel, hmm. Okay, develop some territory. Any place down here with some disloyal people I have to worry about right now? Doesn't South Carolina's a pretty loyal place. I don't think should I target a big city area since I can. I always go after Baltimore, but Pittsburgh. I used to live there, so let's make him no 15% Confederate loyalty. That's a waste of my time at the moment. He's gonna anticipate this Baltimore move. Washington. Yeah, he'll have troops there, so I'll make him have to keep some troops behind the line. Might be a waste of a card. I don't know. Probably is in 10 grand, but you know, plunder, requisition, make sure Matagorda's got some bales shipping out. Yeah. Make sure I've got all my brigs going out to do their dirty work. Okie Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and proceed to next turn. Loading master file, generating AI file. Okay, come on, Sumter, keep me a Fort Battery. I want to keep a Fort Battery. Yeah! Oh, wait, I think I destroyed that. Yeah, well, life's a pain in the butt. No, I think I captured that actually. Can't argue that. That was a pretty good turn for the Confederacy, if I do say so myself. Okay, now I ran my moves. Let's just make sure that the United States is requisitioning this. Confederate States is doing nasty stuff behind the lines with my spies. Oh yeah, Virginia secedes to the Union. Welcome aboard, my buddy Virginia. You know how much we love you. Put the capital right on the front lines. Okay. Anyway, now I want to go back. Well, before I go back, let's just do this. Exit back out. So back to the desktop. So I'm gonna go back to my buddy. Hit reply, and I'm gonna come over here. Okay, this is what I'm going to do for him. First of all, I'm going to delete this zip file right here. Okay, as you can see at 3:03 p.m. we created all these files. So we're going to just go ahead and send him the replay files and the host file so he can play these back for himself. Okay, compressed. Add this up. Good luck to you as well. Okay, zip send. Okay, now what'll happen is when he gets that file, I mean I can plan my moves right now to make it, go a bit faster if I'm bored and not doing anything. I got 20 minutes to burn. So I can go through here. Right now, I'll send that to Buckeye, and he'll do his moves, and he'll get to it when he gets to it. And I can basically, plan my moves up, group these. Don't want to put cavalry with cannon. And Carolina Department, I can ship that up here as well. They're not needed down there at the moment. Or and any other moves I want to plan, I can get it all set in right now. But like I said, now I'm not going to be running my turn again though. The only time I'm going to run my turn again is when I receive his .ord file, and that's basically it, guys. I mean, there's a few things you can mess up, but other than that, if you make your moves, just make sure to save turn, because otherwise you're not saving your CSA orders, and you might as well have not done anything. And if there's any questions, just let me know. I'll hit save my turn moves, and then that's good.